Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis Legacy. The sorority secrets of the goddess next door are revealed in this all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis Legacy in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.
There are some who believe that actor Will Smith was defending the honor of his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, by storming up on the stage and slapping comedian Chris Rock at the Oscars for making a joke about her shaved head. Now, the people in this group believe that a man should go out here and protect the image of a woman no matter what happens, and a lot of these men really do not understand the whole concepts of defending a woman's honor and protecting a woman. Now, a lot of guys out here have it really twisted about going out here and defending the honor of a woman and protecting a woman's image because they really do not understand what the whole concept of a man's protection is all about. Now, the whole concept of a man's protection has really gotten twisted because a lot of men have been imbibing a lot of really distorted ideas as related to our culture, because feminists want a man to go out here and give a woman protection unconditionally. Now, the big problem with this is that a man's protection has always been conditional, and it has always been conditional under the woman going out here and agreeing to the terms of the man under submission. So you're protecting a woman's image and defending a woman's honor is a conditional thing, and it is all based on the woman meeting the man's terms in order to receive that protection from that man. Just like when you go out here and pick up a cell phone from a service, whether it be Verizon or one of these Metro PCS companies, you have to, in order to use that phone, you have to agree to meet the terms and conditions of that company in order to use that phone on their service. And many men really don't understand that if a woman wants your protection, she has to go out here and submit to your terms. So if this woman wants to go out here and wants to get the privilege of your protection, she has to submit to your leadership and she has to submit to your authority. So if she wants to go out here and receive protection, she has to submit to you, the man, under your terms. That is how a woman receives protection from a man. She only receives that protection from that man if she is submitted to that man and is under his leadership and following his lead in the relationship. Now, when it comes down to your Jada Pinkett, she, as I see it, was not deserving of any sort of protection because your Jada Pinkett basically voided the agreement as related to the terms of the relationship. And your Jada Pinkett voided the terms of that relationship by going out here and telling Will Smith that she was having a so-called entanglement, which was nothing more than adultery, participating in an affair with Jaden Smith's friend, August Alsina. And when your Jada Pinkett went out here and had that affair with August Alsina and told Will Smith to his face that she was having this so-called entanglement, that is where she basically voided the agreement as related to receiving protection from your Will Smith. And when it came down to defending your Jada Pinkett's honor, she proved herself to be dishonorable because, one, she had the so-called entanglement with August Alsina, and two, she went out here and disrespected Will Smith on the world stage by emasculating him on the Red Table Talk platform. Once she participated in these two actions, she basically, again, voided the entire agreement for protection, and she could not go out here and talk about how she had honor as related to the relationship because she had been participating in dishonorable behavior. And once she participated in dishonorable behavior, it was no longer Will Smith's obligation to go out here and give her the privilege of his protection, because she had already violated the agreement as related to protection, because one, she did not submit to Will Smith's leadership and authority, and two, she had participated in behavior that was dishonorable to the relationship. Because a woman who wants to have a relationship with a man understands that she is a reflection of that man, and in order for her to receive a protection from that man, she has to behave in a way that reflects positively on him. So when a woman goes out here and she participates in disrespectful behavior and goes out here and participates in dishonorable behavior, that woman no longer deserves to receive any sort of protection from that man at that point. And there's no need for that man to go out here and put himself on the line, because this woman is no longer participating in behavior that will go out here and warrant that man going out here and protecting her or protecting her image. Because your Jada Pinkett was not thinking about Will's image when she emasculated him on Red Table Talk. All she was thinking about was tearing him down, and she was not out here looking to make Will Smith look good in a positive way. So your Will Smith had no obligation to go out here and defend the honor of a dishonorable woman, and by going out here and defending the honor of a dishonorable woman, what your Will Smith did was make himself look incredibly weak, because any man of character is not going to go to an extra length for a woman who is not making any sort of efforts to try to go extra lengths for him. No, a woman of character, she is going to go an extra length to protect her man first when she hears a joke like a Chris Rock makes, by going out here and understanding that she needs to protect her man's image, because one, her man's image reflects on her, and two, her man's image reflects to the world. And the whole thing is, if her man's image looks bad in the eyes of the world, then both of them look bad to the entire world. And that is why a woman of character, if she sees her husband after a guy makes a joke like a Chris Rock does, she is going to pull her husband to the side and tell him, no, we don't do this here, because this is your night. And the reason why they're going to do that is, one, because they want to protect their man, because their man's image is a reflection on both of them, and two, they're going to want to protect their man because they love their man and they don't want to see their man put in harm's way. And they're not going to go out here and send their man, like a Jada Pinkett did, to go attack another man, because that's not what a woman of character does. A woman of character understands that just like the man's job is to protect her honor by acting honorable, it's her job to protect the man's honor if he's acting honorable, and it's her job to protect his image overall, because it's his image that reflects, again, on both of them. So the whole concept, of defending a woman's honor starts basically with the woman understanding that this is a condition as related to the relationship, and this condition is one that she has to meet a certain term. And the first term she has to meet in order to receive the whole defense of her honor is to act in an honorable fashion. So in order to receive a man's protection of her honor, the woman has to go out here and act in an honorable fashion. And also to receive that man's protection after acting in an honorable fashion by presenting herself in a respectable way, treating him in a respectable way, talking to him in a tactful manner, and showing him respect, a woman also has to go out here and submit to that man's authority. And by submitting to that man's authority, she is saying that she is going to agree to be under his leadership and follow him under the relationship. And these are the terms and conditions that a woman receives the defense of her honor and also receives the protection from a man. So you don't get your defense of honor just for being born female. No, in order to receive these privileges, a woman must meet certain terms and conditions as related to the man she is involved with. And in order for her to continue receiving those privileges, she has to go out here and continue meeting the terms and conditions that are agreed to as related to the relationship. If she goes out here and violates those terms and conditions, like a person does when they go out here and open up the case on their cell phone, what happens is that that deal is completely voided, and the warranty is you are no longer under the terms and conditions of that relationship, because you have violated the terms and conditions that you agreed to be when you got involved with this man. When you go out here and participate in dishonorable behavior, and once you participate in dishonorable behavior, that's when that man no longer has to offer you protection, and that's when that man no longer even has to offer you any part in the relationship, because you have shown that you have no respect for that man. And once you show that you have absolutely no respect for that man, he no longer has to give you his privilege of protection, and that he no longer has to go out here and give you the privilege of defending your honor, because you have participated in dishonorable behavior by disrespecting this man, by doing things like talking bad about this man in public, going out here emasculating this man in public, or going out here and having outside relationships like your Jada Pinkett did, where she went out here and dropped the skid mark thong for your August Alsina and let him get a taste of the atomic waste from that special place. And that's where she wound up again violating this agreement she had with Will Smith in marriage. And according to the Most High, when a woman participates in adultery, that's basically when the relationship is over, and that's when all of the privileges that a man gives a woman are practically over at that point. And once those privileges are over, that's when the relationship is over. Unfortunately, your Will Smith does not understand when to end a relationship, because he was never taught about the rules of engagement as related to getting involved with women. Like many men who grew up in gynocentric households, where either he was raised with single mothers or in a household with a beta male father under this culture of feminism, he has learned to believe that a man needs to be a gentleman to every woman, but that is not how it operates as related to the man code. No, under the rules of the man code and rules of engagement for relationships, a man defends the honor of honorable women, women of exceptional character, women who have shown that they are respectable to themselves and show respect to themselves and show respect to others. Those are the ladies who receive protection. Those are the ladies that men will go the extra mile for, because they know that those ladies have a good reputation. They know that those ladies are women of character, and they know that those ladies show respect to their husbands. So those ladies, since they show respect to their husbands, those are ladies that men go the extra mile for, and those are ladies that receive protection from their husbands, and they also receive protection from other men in the community, but they have to go out here and submit to the authority of those men, and they have to go out here and meet the terms and conditions as related to that man, and they have to meet the terms and conditions as related to that community. Your honor has to be is only defended when a woman acts honorable, but when a woman goes out here and is rude, disrespectful, loud, out of pocket, and going out here dropping the skid mark thong for practically any dude, that woman is not under any sort of protection from the men in the community, because that woman is not somebody who is showing respect for herself, and if she is not cooperating with the community. So that woman, if she goes out here like a Jada Pinkett Smith, she is on her own, and since she is not going out here and supporting the protection of the image and reputation of the men do not protect her, and whatever happens to her because she is off code. And since she is off code and not agreeing to the terms and conditions of the community, she does not receive any sort of protection. This is the rules of engagement for men. These have always been the rules of engagement for men in communities. When a woman wants her honor defended, she has to, one, submit to the authority of her husband. Two, she has to show respect to her husband. And three, she has to go out here and present an image of herself that is respectable to her husband. And then she can go out here and say, I am an honorable woman, so you have, as a husband, are going to defend my honor if it winds up being besmirched by somebody outside. But if I'm out here acting a fool, I'm not entitled to anything. And that is the key word with most of your Western women. They feel entitled to go out here and receive all of the privileges that a man is supposed to give an honorable woman, but then they want to say they want equality, and they want to go out here and have the ability to be on the same level as a man. But that's not how you receive any sort of defense of honor. No, honor is not something you get just because you are married or a girlfriend. No, honor is something you as a woman go out here and present to the world. And when you present yourself in an honorable fashion, that's when a man will go out of his way to defend your honor, because you are going beyond, above and beyond, by presenting an image that reflects positively on him. And a lot of guys out here really need to get a better understanding of a woman's honor, because I have seen over the last 30 years so many men lose their lives because they wanted to play the white knight defending the honor of dishonorable women. And they really went out here believing, oh, I'll go out here and stand up for a female, not understanding it is not your job to go out here and defend every female. The only woman you have obligations to go out here and protect are your mother, your sisters, and your wife, because those women have, if they've gone out here and submitted to the authority of men, and those are the only women who receive that kind of protection. And again, they only receive that protection if their image reflects positively on a man, and they are submitting to the authority of those men. Again, these whole protection concept, it comes with terms and conditions. And the sad part is, because many men have been raised to become beta males, they really don't understand the whole concept of having terms and conditions as related to things like their protection, and having terms and conditions as related to going out here and standing up for females, because they have been taught from birth that they need to stand up for every female. But it's not your job to stand up for every female. Your job is to only stand up for those females who stand with you, and those females who stand with you are going to understand that they need to stand and behave in a way that reflects positively on the men in that community. Because when you stand in a way that reflects positively on the men in that community, then those men again are going to see you as honorable, and they're going to want to defend your honor because you respect yourself. And when you respect yourself, you're not going to put your man in harm's way the way Jada Pinkett did Will Smith at the Oscars. Now, if you want to learn more about why many black women are struggling out here, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. And if you want to learn more about the rules of engagement for men as related to women, you can pick up my books in the Simp series, such as Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, Manginas, They Look Like Men But They Act Like Ladies, The Misadventures of Captain Save-'em, Stop Simping in the Workplace, Stop Simping in Cyberspace, and The Man Crisis in paperback and Kindle format on Amazon.com by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to see me make more men's issues videos, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Coming to paperback and e-readers everywhere, East-themed horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewoman in this action-packed, all-new East-themed series adventure. Pre-order your copy of East-themed horror of the Hyena Woman on Amazon.com today.